Hey, this is Totally Tim coming at you with another video. Today I have a few topics on my mind. I have been meditating regularly every day for about 3 months consistently. Now, I have had a meditation practice for up to like 2 or 3 years since I started eating healthier and doing yoga. It kind of just all merged together. However, doing it consistently to a set time every day, the first thing I do before I wake up is a great way to energize and also like have a blank slate for the whole day. You know, you're basically like housekeeping, cleaning up before you go off and start your day and do whatever it is that you're doing. So I highly recommend you do that. And as you saw over the past 30 days, you know, up until the last week, I had been uploading a video called Downloads of the Day, which I showcased all the things that came to me in that meditation, you know, from a channel that's deeper than just my mind and just my intellect. A channel that comes from like, whatever you want to call it, source or your spirit guides or the good orderly direction of the universe, whatever it might be. And today is kind of like that, and it's a little bit more of like a sit down format with a little bit more of a structure involved and not just spontaneous free flowing. This is more informational. I'm going to give you actionable steps that you can take and put into place in your life. I'm going to give you specific examples and cover 3 main topics that have seriously changed my life over the past 3 years, and things that I actually incorporate into my life, self-improvement and self-development tips for you. The first is act first and apologize later. A lot of people are apologetic, and they even lead into sentences or lead into interactions by saying, I'm sorry, but this. I'm sorry, can I ask you this? Don't ever say I'm sorry. You gotta be unapologetically you, okay? And if something's not cool with people, they'll tell you that, and they'll clearly get offended by it. You might as well apologize and clear things up after, rather than be afraid to go into something because you're afraid of offending somebody. So act and then apologize after if necessary. 99% of the time you'll find that people don't care. A little example of that is I was walking down the beach the other day and struck up a conversation with a group of friends of mine with this other group that was sitting near us on the beach. And usually meditation or yoga or healthy living comes up in some way when I talk to people, because it's such like a outpouring. You know, you can kind of tell those are the things I'm into just by my disposition. Okay, how's that? Let's go a little bit. My tripod's not the best. Got it at Goodwill for $2. Okay, there's my whole head. Okay. You're a little bit farther away, but I still love you. Okay. Act first, apologize later. Someone asked me on the beach, hey, Tim, you gotta teach me to meditate. And I just told her this. I told her, hey, you wanna learn how to meditate? Here's how to do it. Sit down and shut the fuck up. I literally said that to a complete stranger, having no idea how they were gonna react. Guess what? She just had a total release and she started laughing, she started giggling. And what a great segue into a serious topic is to make it lighthearted and kind of like set the tone with something lighthearted, and then, you know, get people by the heart, you know, by saying something funny or engaging, and then lead right into kind of the cool, serious, informational stuff, right? How to meditate. Sit down, shut the fuck up. You know, and if she had gotten offended by that and she was like, oh, like what? I would have said, hey, I didn't mean anything by that, but that's kind of what I want the point to be here, is that meditation really is just sitting down still without talking. That's really all it is. Without even, when you do that and you focus on something other than what your mind's used to focusing on, it's kind of like training. You can focus on the breath, you can focus on something cool around you, you can focus on one thing, one positive affirmation, you can focus on a mantra, you can focus on a memory, a thought, a visualization, whatever. Anyway, act first, apologize later. Got it? Write that down. Okay, one thing to never apologize for though is yourself. Be unapologetically you. I think I kind of covered this point already in that last point, but apologize for nothing in advance, okay? Be yourself, and if you need to apologize because you offended somebody and explain yourself, then do so. Don't explain yourself going into situations because it just is a kind of a behavior of it's a sheepish behavior. People will give you less respect if you feel the need to constantly be explaining yourself. If you're yourself and people don't react well to that, you can then either apologize or you can then just say, hey, this is me, take it or leave it, right? Be unapologetically you. And as you do that, as you figure out who you really are and you start to give less weight to other people's opinions of you and other people's judgments of you, you can start to isolate the things that really do work for you and the success pathways that are going to put you in a direction you want to be heading in and take you away from the direction that you're going from, right? So you want to always be being drawn towards something, okay? Which just automatically means you're going to be going away from this other stuff. Now, you're going to find that the middle path sort of starts to emerge, okay? Everyone in society, mom, dad, grandma, the newscasters, your teachers, all these people, your friends, okay? They all have an opinion of the world, okay? And that's all this stuff that's like, it's like fluff, okay? It's like fluff in your life. And over here, okay, on the other ring, the blue ring, you have yourself. Your true highest opinion of yourself and your true nature, your true purpose, your true service, kind of on either the blue corner and red corner, right? So you gotta find the middle path between those two things. And guess what? Like here, the middle path is what's coming from your heart. So when you sit down and you visualize, I want you to actually think of your heart having little ears and it's listening to everything that's going on around you, and I want you to really focus on what it is that is true to you, that makes sense to you, that you're gonna actually take steps towards, okay? And if all those things don't line up, and even if you're on the fence about it, it's probably not for you. The things that are for you, your whole nervous system's gonna react to it. You're gonna have an amazing euphoric kind of response to this. Like, for example, the first time I walked into a yoga studio, I knew that I want to be spending at least 10% of my time in places like this. And ever since then I have. And the first time I took a yoga class, I knew that I was going to be teaching this someday. The first time anyone talked to me about mindfulness and showed me and demonstrated for me and was a living example of mindfulness, I knew that that was something I was going to be doing for the rest of my life and teaching. Your whole nervous system will react to it when it's you. You gotta isolate those little things and then replicate them in every area of your life, okay? So the things that work for you, let's say concentrated focus, that's a big one. That's something that you can incorporate into your life today. Don't multitask. Pick one thing, don't allow any distractions in, okay? Set a timer, set goals, set a deadline for when that thing's gonna be done with. For me, today, it was I'm gonna create this video. By the end of today, I'm gonna create and upload a video sort of called Cold Brew Truth with Tim, right? The idea of like a sit down, formal, talking about a few relevant, actionable things that you can incorporate into your life to become better. I'm gonna upload that and do it today. And I will, because I set the intention to do it. And repeat that. So let's say maybe an area of your life where you don't have concentrated focus, like your finances, right? Concentrate your focus on your finances. Maybe that means setting 10 minutes every morning to kind of go over your budget for the day, go over your budget for the week, and then 5 minutes at the end of the day to go over what you spent that day and were you true to the budget. Concentrated focus, set specific times, specific deadlines, specific goals, and have specific outcomes in mind before you do something, because if you don't, you're gonna be floundering, okay? And believe me, I've been floundering at many different points in my life. Now is not one of them, because I have concentrated focus on what it is I know I need to do. I hope I encouraged you today to act first on your conviction and then apologize later if necessary, and you'll find that you won't ever need to, because people love who you really are. Promise you that. promise you that. Be unapologetically you, okay? So the only thing you should never apologize for is being you. And then once you figure out yourself, isolate what you really respond to, what you really need, what your truth really is, and then replicate that in every area of your life. Health, wealth, spiritual abundance, relationships, communication, family, friends, social life, all that stuff. Replicate the success pathways in every one of those areas, and you'll find that the good stuff just comes pouring into your life, and you can subtract all the bad stuff by adding in these great actionable things and steps you can take to improve and develop your top self, okay? Totally Tim coming at you today. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think down below, what you want to see in the future, and I'll see you in the next Cold Brew Truth, baby. Peace.